What's up, guys? Hope you are good. So, welcome to yet another podcast, the Beyond Board Shorts. We got our
Hmm.
guy James, as always. What's up, G?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back.
How you feeling, bro? Competed last week.
Um, uh,
True that.
it's
Let's.
been a crazy one. It's been a crazy one. So I don't know who's been keeping up with my stories or keeping up with everything going on, but like the results were just completely different. So Italy was 6 days before the UK show. People finished 16th. I'm finishing fifth. I finished seventh, and now I'm 16th. Huss finished, I think, eighth or ninth. He's now 14th. Maxi was 16th, and now I think he was like eighth. It
Yeah.
was just crazy, crazy, crazy. But this just shows, guys, that it's bodybuilding. And at the end of the day, no matter what you do, it just comes down to someone's opinion.
Yep.
In Italy, it was Jack Sullivan was the head judge.
Mhm.
In the UK, it was Tyler. Maybe they like different things, different days, different. I don't know. The top four, top three, four,
Yeah.
undeniable. Have to be the top three, four. You know, they are maxed out their cap. They are established Olympians
Mhm.
or established professional athletes anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a no-brainer. You know, Yems, Alessandro, I don't know his full name properly.
Yeah.
Um, fourth place, I think was it Pedro?
Pedro. Yeah. Was it
Was it
Pedro? I
Pedro?
think it was
He
Pedro.
must have been. He must have been around there anyway. And then
Mhm.
Michael Kent in fifth.
Yeah. Fair play to
Um, so outside of that, it was just
you. Yeah.
chaos.
All over the place. Yeah.
So for me, it was 5 6 days of I couldn't change too much other
Yeah.
than my posing, which we spoke about, and I think I definitely improved it. Could
Mhm.
it have been better? Yes, but was I composed? Yes. It was a lot better. I had man like Isaac giving me feedback on some of my videos,
Yep.
that I was sending in through check-ins through the week. I feel like I was a lot sharper, even though it was only 5 days. I was a lot sharper, because we played with the peak and it worked so much better.
Mm.
And I was a lot fuller. So the
Yeah.
look for me, I was. It's really weird because I got seventh in Italy and 16th in the UK, but I'm way happier with my UK look
Mm.
by far, hands down.
Yeah. I would agree as well. I would say like your UK look was definitely better than the last look. Yeah, because you just held yourself better. I think as you said, you composed yourself a lot better as well when you're on stage. And like as soon as you came on stage, I was gasped, bro. I don't know if you guys watched like my commentary like of the live stream. Like I was like, fuck yeah, like I was proper gunning for you because I saw it. I was like, you know, when you see like the drastic changes, like I think it was drastic. You know, I saw it and I was like, okay, cool. Man is on. He posed really well. Lats were out, looking really good. And the way you didn't get the results, I was like, ah, shit. I was like, what, what could it have been? But we're not there to kind of see what they're looking for. But I do know that the top guys, like when you are around that caliber of guys, the level of condition is outstanding. It is like crazy, crazy shreds. And it's not only shreds, but it's like the shreds and the depth of their physique as well. Like when I mean depth, is like the thickness, bro. These guys are dense, bro. It's crazy.
You have to have that much muscle to
Mhm.
create those deep lines, and they are, Alessandro Yemi, even that tuna guy. So Alessandro and Yemi must be 15 to 20 kilos heavier than me.
Yeah.
That tuna guy, like at weigh-in, man's stretching. Man is proper going through yoga sessions, stretching,
And I get a
all
little
his
bit
kit
like,
off. Yeah, he's like
yeah,
this, all his kit off to make weight. So that just tells you he's maxed out his cap. Me, I'm fully fed, 5 meals in, full of carbs,
you got low sleep.
fluid. I had cargoes on, full set of clothes. Like, does Rago just jumped on the scales, and I still got room
Yeah, so
you know?
it just goes to show that you can still get denser, and they
Yeah,
love density, man. Like, and that's what those top guys had. The top
yeah,
four, top five, they all had density. Michael Kent, dense as fuck.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
So
His look he made a drastic improvement from the look from Italy to the UK. I spoke to him, and it was down to his peak, it was down to his hydration.
yeah,
I was, backstage, you got a little screen, you can see him on stage.
yeah,
He was on. He was on.
yeah.
He's always going to be in condition. He's always going to raise it, but you could tell he was on because when he hit that back shot,
See everything.
you could
Yeah.
see the details coming through. Whereas last week you couldn't.
Mm,
So
yeah.
like he absolutely killed it. So huge
Yeah.
shout out Kenty. We're rooting for you now because I'm out of it now. My season is over. Uh, so now I'm just living through you. It's 1-1, and I'm coming for you next year.
Nah, it's good, good. Well, I mean, look, bro, you had a great season. You know, you had a great debut, and now obviously, well, don't really know what you want to do yet. I mean, have you confirmed it 100% what you're gonna do next?
Yeah, we spoke. Obviously, I spoke with Isaac. I spoke with a few other people as well, and we're just going to shut it down. So, could I carry on, be sharper, and do what, follow the feedback and improve 100%? But me improved, absolutely razor sharp like Pedro Lima, bring that nasty condition, Michael Caine condition. Does that win a IFBB Pro show? I can't see it happening just because the sheer size difference.
Yeah.
But you put 2 kilos on the front of my body, on
Mhm.
my upper chest, shoulders, and arms. And a bit's going to go on my back as well.
Yeah.
And I think we can start talking about actually top, top placings. Whereas I think now if I push on and I get sharper, I think I'd be still
Top five.
scraping, 5, 6. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time to be
Mm.
pushing 5, 6. Like, guys, for me, I'm super competitive. And it's like, you know what? I don't do hours and hours of cardio, and I don't eat poverty calories, and I don't train to failure and all of this stuff to chase what? 6th place if I'm lucky. If people don't turn up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably not the right attitude, but
That's
that's
your
me.
attitude, but
Yeah.
that's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, I'm a little bit different. I like collecting data. I would just keep going over and going over again. Like that's what I did the last year and the year before. Even though like my first pro run, I was like, I'm not gonna do well,
Hmm.
but I was making top five. But that was it, and I just collected data. That was it.
I forgot to add one important thing though. So like if your ducks are not in a row and you've got things, so like at home I've got loads of things going on, I've got the little one and
Yeah,
all the other things going on that are not as smooth as I'd like them to be,
yeah.
that's
Then
a big factor in not pursuing it further. I think we spoke about Macca, a few episodes ago about just, the stage is always going to be there.
yeah,
I dipped my feet in the water, I got my feet wet.
yeah,
I kind of know that I belong, and even if I'm off,
yeah,
I can still be looked at.
yeah.
So if I do the work, I think I can actually be.
I mean, so, up there.
I feel like I could actually be I don't know how to put it, a decent
Good.
professional athlete, not just the guys that just turn up and they're just there,
Yeah,
and they've got a name, but they're not expected to win.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to be that. I want to be like
You want to
it's not
top
what I
five?
want to be. I think I could be a guy who's like beating top guys, and people are like worried about me turning up at shows and saying, "Oh, I
Yeah.
feel like not cocky, I'm not arrogant. I feel like my back shot
It's one of
can
the best.
stand with most,
Yeah, yeah.
and I
No,
mean most. Like I've been talking Ebanks, Ryan Terry. I don't know who's got crazy backs up there. Big Black Ghana man. I'm not saying I'm going to beat them, but I feel like if I'm completely peeled and I hit my shot properly
hmm
from the back, I feel like I can hold my own and stand up there. So I
yeah,
feel like the next step is just to make sure my front is as good as those guys that smoke me from the front.
yeah.
So I need to make sure my front is up there with those.
That's it. I totally agree. You got one of the best backs in the game, man. And also, it's just a matter of you just getting bigger all around. Even the back can get a bit denser. To be fair,
Yeah.
once you have a little bit more density to that back, again, it's like fucking hell, who's gonna beat that back?
I got, I did get feedback from Tyler,
Yeah,
and it was more upper chest,
yeah,
improved condition,
yeah,
deeper abs. But I feel like the deepness of abs would just shine through with conditioning anyway. 'Cause I don't do direct ab work personally. 'Cause I don't want them to stick out. But that was one of the feedback. And he said deeper through the back.
yeah. That's what I saw as well. Yeah.
I, I before we move on though, because guys, we got some special guests that you probably want to see.
What's going on?
But I do think the sweat took away from the condition.
Yeah,
I I was in much better condition. The even from that took away the detail that I was displaying.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's frustrating because I had the exact same shit happen to me. Remember the true athletes,
yeah,
and boy, everyone's coming up to me backstage like, "What the fuck happened to you, bro?" I was like, "Honestly, bro, I have no idea why I was sweating so much." And I think it was to do with a lot of like I don't know, hydration, dehydration thing. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I just missed my peak as well, I think.
I don't think it was that.
What was it?
Because you know, Rob doesn't miss, and Rob's worked with you a long time. He doesn't miss.
Mm,
Hilly's worked with me a long time, and that's never happened to me before. And
mm,
when I sit and we're talking about it now, the same thing happened to us. We were both on stage, and we
mm.
kind of expected to be in a better call out.
Yeah.
And once we didn't get that call out, hormones just went bang, and the body's just gone, oh shit, vroom. And once that's happened, it just wouldn't stop.
You
And I
can't.
was fully aware of it,
Yeah.
but I can feel myself like swimming.
Like
And
literally, you're like,
yeah,
"Oh,
I'm
fuck."
trying to wipe my face, but not be too obvious. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm soaking wet. You literally, I know you're the only one up there soaking wet.
Yeah.
But the similarity was that we were both on stage, standing there posing fine.
Hmm.
The first call out had gone out,
Yeah.
and then it was like, I remember seeing you, and you were like,
The
I think you were
fuck?
looking at Rob. You're like, what's
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 going
happened
on?
here? Yeah, and obviously then that's all coming through, and that's the exact same thing as me. I was like, wait a minute, last week I wasn't with these lot.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that I'm better, but that's just subconsciously I expected a better, uh,
Jason.
yeah, or lineup or something.
Be honest, I think you probably nailed it on the head right there because I still remember it like yesterday because that was the worst placing I have ever had my whole competitive career, like period. And then I was like 13 or something like that, and then I was just so shocked I wasn't the first call outs. I was like, what? Second call outs, I'm not there. What?
Yeah,
Third call outs, I was like, nah, these guys are taking
yeah.
the piss. Ever
Yeah,
since
but,
I was like, nah, this is cap, bro. I was pissed,
but
bro. I was so pissed, bro.
trust me, I was like, what the fuck?
I was so
What the
pissed.
fuck?
And that's why I
But
went to the next show with so much fucking anger, bro.
yeah,
And I fucking mashed it up then.
yeah. This is a reminder to everyone who's watching because most people watching are going to be competitors,
Yeah.
and it's like one show doesn't define. Even if you win a show, that doesn't define you. If you win a show, it doesn't define you. I brought better package 5 days later. I've improved.
Yeah.
And I did the same from true athlete to when was the next one? Was it Italy?
No, it was Europa Pro in Alicante.
Oh, they do that one everywhere now.
No, because
Okay.
this one was in Alicante and they moved it over to the UK now for some reason. And the
But
next
it's run by Italy, NPC.
yeah, it was and well, yeah, I mean it was Emilio that did it last year.
Yeah, but when we tag like the people and stuff, it's IFBB Italy for the Europa.
Yo, maybe they swapped it over then. Yeah.
Anyway, are
But
they
yeah,
in the weight room?
yeah, so we got two guests coming on with us right now.
Yes.
And these are the winners of the pro card from the last weekend, from the competition last weekend. So, guys, welcome. We have Khalid and we have Josh. All right, let's see what going on. Let's get them on.
You. IFBB. IFBB.
Yeah. Let's see who actually gets the mic up because this is all technical difficulties at the start.
Oh,
Who's
Josh is here.
Who's here? There
Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
What's going on?
Wait,
How are you doing? Do I need to tilt this?
Yeah, stay that way, Josh.
Yeah,
that's much better. Yeah, that's good. Let's see whether Khalid can get it up.
mate, that was stressing me out. That was.
Oh, really? To get it
Khalid, Khalid, you need to change your display picture. You don't do classic anymore, man.
Can you guys hear me at least?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
need to see you.
Guys in the building.
Oh my god. So how do I just turn this on? Oh my god. Where are you?
It should be like a cam button at the bottom of the screen. Just click that like camera. Like,
I think he's on his phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
are you on
Yeah,
your
there
phone?
should be a camera button.
I got yeah, but it keeps just switching the camera. Video filters, background. I don't want no backgrounds. I just want to turn the camera on. That's all.
Technical difficulty.
Wait. I'll fix. Oh yeah. Stop video.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
Hey.
We're here.
How come my screen keeps flicking from everyone? Why can't I see everyone at once?
Oh, I think
Oh,
it's,
now I can see everyone at once. See?
Yeah, mine isn't. Mine keeps
It's a
switching
view.
to whoever's talking.
it should be like a view thing.
I got it.
Yeah,
Hey.
there we go.
The boys.
There we go,
All right, lads. So, how you feeling, like Beauty Pros?
bro.
Unreal.
It's not sunk in yet.
Let's take it one by one. Let's hear how Josh is feeling because I know Josh from time, bro, and I know he's so fucking gassed about this because we both started as juniors with UKBFF, man.
Mate, 2016, you know, first show 2016, so it's been a long time, you know.
Yeah, man. So how are you feeling? I'm sure you're elated with everything, man.
Mate, to be honest, mate, I'm struggling to sleep at the moment. I don't know whether it's still the adrenaline or,
Yes.
you know, it's just, I just can't
Buzzing.
believe. Yeah,
You don't even sleep anymore.
I just can't believe it, mate. You know, it's just, don't get me wrong, that was always the goal. But, you know, you always have this bit of doubt of thinking it may never happen. So for it to happen as soon as it did, because I never thought it would happen. I just didn't think it was going to happen this weekend. Do you know what I mean? I thought I'm going to Milan. That's my main show. That's my best shot. You know, I'm just doing this UK Pro qualifier because I thought I had to do that to qualify to go to Milan. So it turns out I didn't even have to do that show to go to Milan. And I ended up winning the fucking whole show. So
guy's not even peaked. He's chilling. He's like, yeah, I just got there, ticking the box. And it's like, oh, I just got a pro today.
How you got your pro card? Just chilling as well.
That's it. But no, because obviously I was there, and when they came out for the overalls, Josh was first because obviously the short class, and Khalid was last.
Yeah.
As soon as I said it, those two win their card, and the judges gone bang bang, both of you straight into the middle. They didn't move. They didn't move, and rightly so. Like they were just on. It was. There was only one other guy, I think, potentially in the green legacy shorts.
yeah, that's our mate as well. Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't quite as thick or as well-rounded as the pair of you.
Yeah,
I think you two in the middle were actually just battling each other just for that first spot rather than who's got the card. It was like, yeah, these two got the card.
Yeah.
Who gets, first place?
But both of you have crazy amount of density, which is great. But the thing is, what's actually crazy about it is like you guys are going to get even better as well, which is quite crazy.
That's what I'm really looking forward
to, mate. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
You guys are going to get bigger because obviously now it's obviously being in the pro leagues now. Like you just need more size, keep everything the same, and it just
proportions. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't want to compete in the pros afterwards.
Yeah,
because I knew it wasn't going to go well. So there was no point of me purchasing like the membership, which is going to run out in like a couple of months. I wasn't planning to do any shows anyway. So
I completely understand like your reasoning and the £200 and the value in it, because you'd pay £200 for like 20 minutes on stage, and like let's be honest, you're probably like those guys are top of the game, the top four. Yeah. It was just an opportunity for some fun, but where your head was, it makes complete sense. It's completely logical.
But to be fair, I don't blame Khaled because like we done what we set out to do, and to be honest, like I don't regret doing it, but it's kind of like you're up 1 minute,
dragged the day,
dragged on, mate. It was such a long day. Don't get me wrong, I don't regret it at all. It was fun. Yeah, it was an experience, and like I'm stood back there with you guys, and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? Like the whole day is just, it was just undescribable how it all panned out, and then all of a sudden I'm stood with like these top pros, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing here?
It just delayed the fun of food.
Yeah, it delayed the food, but like I said, I don't regret it. It was fun, but it did drag on, and like it got to a point when they were like, I come off the stage then, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll wait for the results, and I was like, yo, I'm done. I'm going for some fucking food. There's no point in me waiting around.
I nearly done it. I nearly did it. I finished. I came out. I saw you, Josh. You were having a donut, and he said, "You're gonna do it." I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna do it as well." So I went upstairs. I put my rice cakes and everything. I was with James at the minute, and then, bro, I put my rice cakes and everything on the side. I was gonna, started crushing them. I was like, "Nah." Close the lid, bro. Chucked it in the bin. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Let me get in the cookies. Yeah.
We're on stage.
Too much.
We're on stage, and you just got Khaled in the audience just eating loads of shit. From the pro show, when we got the pro card, he was like with me most of the day, just eating and eating and just. And just in the audience, and just living his best life. And you know what? I think you both did the right thing for yourselves, because Khalid's happy to not have done it. You've got to go. You had the experience of mixing with, you know, Olympians. You've been on the stage with like
Yeah.
Alessandro,
Yeah,
Yemi,
All the guys.
Tuna, Pedro Lima. These guys are like.
And to be fair, I was actually quite. Yeah, this is another reason I was happy I did it, because personally, I don't think I looked massively out of place. I thought, to be fair, you know, yeah, I'm
Not at all,
smaller
not at
than a
all.
lot. I'm smaller than a lot of the guys or whatever, but I don't think I look like, this guy's miles off. You know, I could see like, all right, in 2 years, I probably ain't far off these guys, and that's what motivates me. It's
Yeah.
like I didn't look out of place. You know what I mean? There were certain things even on me in the pro show which I thought maybe
Your back looks sick.
just as good as other people or a little bit better. You know what I mean? This is the
To
crazy
be honest
thing.
with you, Josh, I mean, you're a pro physique caliber. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you've got an amazing physique. It's
Yeah.
not just you weren't out of the game or everything. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just like you're a Rocky, bro. It's just your first shot. Everyone else is just, you know what, they know them.
Yeah.
But like I said, you stand out. Everyone knew you were having that pro card, even though like the whole day we spent together.
Yeah.
I was telling him, I was telling Josh, bro, it's yours. You're winning.
I saw that video in the tanning.
Yeah, man.
To be honest, boys, like me and Khalid, we see each other in the morning, and Khalid said, "Yo, you're with me today. We're staying together, right?" And boys, like, we won the pro card together. Yeah, it was amazing. But the whole day itself, like this guy, man, he is my boy. Do you know what I mean? I love him so fucking much. Like he was so good to me all day. We were chilling all day. It's like I wasn't in my head on my own. We literally chilled all day. We took photos of each other. We had a laugh. We didn't go to the toilet together. We take some more photos. You know, it just he made my day. He made my day so smooth, and not so much made me confident, but he made me feel good in like a sense of, bro, you don't have to worry. We're both going to win our pro card today. And we, you know, people say it. You know, I always have a little bit of doubt, even when we stood there. Obviously, they moved me into the middle in the overall, right? I still didn't think for certain I was going to get my card. You know, when they called Khalid, I was almost certain that number 2 was going to be my number, right? So they called him, and I'm like, oh shit, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not going to win my card. You know, that's the first thing that come into my mind. I thought, because if I haven't got second, there's no way I'm gonna win the whole thing, you know. That's just the way my mind works.
Yeah.
And I'm stood there, and Isaac's commentary, he's like, my boys got it, I honestly still wasn't dead cert, you know what I mean? So when they called it, I was shocked.
Yeah.
No, I knew it, because if you remember, like when they moved me, so they moved Josh at first.
Yeah, straight
away. And then they called, I think they called like to change both poses and then get back, and then they changed me in the middle. At this point, bro, I was a mess. I was like very emotional on stage, and even when I was going on stage, like I fell down, bro, and then just like Ian just picked me up. It was like, you're one step closer, so just fucking go get it.
No, guys, hang on, because people don't know. Like, obviously, you were in the tour class, and they did the award. So Josh was the first A, B, C, D, E, F. So he literally just won his class, and he's walked off, taken his medal off, and has to come straight. So he's like, you could see all the emotion of just winning his class. And I'm like, just compose yourself. You need to get out of your head, and because your job's done.
No, it was even building before even like announcing the placings. So when they called us off stage, I was center stage. I was never moved. So I took the center stage. I was never moved. And then we were called off. And then Josh saw me. I was like, I was in the zone with myself, just like couldn't breathe, bro. Like it was just crazy. I've never won a class in my entire life before. Just before like 2 weeks ago. So it was a complete new thing to me. I'm like, and I'm standing with like top physiques, bro. Like to me, I'm like, I was the last one in the line. To be honest with you, I doubted myself quite a lot throughout this journey, bro. So I'm the last on the line. I can only see the guys there. Their backs. Oh my god, man! I'm just like, what the hell is that? And everyone is just like moving their backs. Like they're going to war, man. I'm like, wow. How am I gonna get through this? So I got through I got through my class, bro. I was like, what the actual? And then I came on stage. I was so emotional, man. I was a mess. I couldn't go even for a pro card or for anything. I never thought it would happen anyway. So, yeah.
I messaged Isaac when your class was on. I put it in the stories, my stories as well. It was like, whoever takes that class F
Gonna win.
is in pro. That class, I think we should dive into some of these and get Josh and Khaled's feedback on them. But the top 4 in that class F with Kelvin, Khaled, Samson, and Michael Straker, any of those could have been in that mix. Like whoever won that was definitely getting one of those cards.
Yeah, all top physiques, all of them. Yeah,
It could have been
that lineup was insane.
It could have been any of them. Like Calvin was also like it was a favorite going into the show. And you decided.
See, I'm looking at him on Instagram right before the show, and I'm thinking, there's no way I could beat someone like that. So I'm so glad. I'm so glad my guy Khaled beat him, right? Because I thought if he stood next to little old me, he would make me look like.
Bro, he makes me look small.
You know? Yeah,
he's a very big guy.
big guy, man. So Khaled, I'm glad you beat him, bro. Because
bro, I don't even know how it happened. It was crazy.
Your density, bro. I'll tell you now. You're dense from front and back, and you can.
And the posing, his posing's good, boys. Khaled, his pose is nice. Even from the regional show, Khaled did like a vlog, and I watched it. It was like an hour long, but I watched it, and I'm watching him pose with putting his arm up and then do his pose. And I was like, yo, I've got to do that for the next show because that looks so sick, you know. And I tweaked my posing from the regional because every single photo that was taken at the regional, I didn't like any of them. You know, I was always one hand on hip with my club hand, with my big club hand on my shorts. And I just thought I didn't like the look. So I went in and tweaked the posing for the next 2 shows, and it made all the difference. The 2 hands off the hip for me, or the 2 hands on. The 2 hands off, I think, is my best shot. You know, it's my best pose.
2 hands off is just like it's giving Ali Bilal.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got Ali Bilal midsection.
Yeah, he's got it.
Well, to be honest, boys, that is who I look
crazy.
up to. You know, if in 3-4 years' time I can look close to like as good as he does, mate, then that's my goal. Do you know what I mean? I want to look like that.
You're going to be on stage with him soon. Like
exactly.
Like you have the right to stand on any stage with him now. Like you are really surreal to think of it. But you next year, if you decided to compete, like you could be on stage with him.
Yeah,
exactly. See, how do you feel about that, Josh? Like, because if you tell me like I could go on stage now with Aaron Banks and these lot, I'll be like, oh, come on.
Nah, because I know.
What are you talking about?
I know, again, I've done the pro show and I got smoked. Do you know what I mean? I think I come dead last. Do you know what I mean? But I know for a fact, if I rinse and repeat what I just done, take 2 years off, stick with my coach, you know, act like a pro year round, I know when I've come back again, I'll be levels above where I'm at now. Do you know what I mean? And I know that because I'm focused with it, you know, like I have been for 2 years. Like it wasn't just this 12-week prep for this show. It was 2 years. Like Isaac, when you won your pro card at the Arnold, I come second, right? And I didn't have no off season. I was in a bad place mentally, and I just thought, you know what? I need to do a prep. I need to get my shit together, and I need to focus on something, you know. So I'd done the prep for the Arnold, come second, and I thought, yo, if I can come second at the Arnold when I'm not consistent year round, and I remember posting the stories. I said, well, I'm going to be consistent now and see how well I do next time. And look, lo and behold, 2 years later, I won everything I've done, you know? So I'm going to do the same, rinse and repeat. Stick with the same coach. Stick with the same coach, bro. 2 years and come back, man, you know? I'm not in a rush.
I think you should take that result, though, of last place with a pinch of salt, because I was last place with you, and obviously the weekend before, I was in the first call out. Right. So I think you have to take the result a little bit, just a pinch of salt, because if you were there the weekend before, would you have been, you know, in that first call out, second call out? Because Hussein as well was in that second call out. I think he finished 8th, and then yesterday he finished 14th. So it was that. I feel like the UK judging with Tyler was, I don't know if it was very harsh or he has a very. I heard he likes a bigger, denser look, but I don't think every judge.
He likes streamline, I think. You know, he likes like lines on a physique.
You look at, he likes the lines,
cool
but
guys.
He have to be dense as well. So everyone in that top 4, 5, they're maxed their cap. They are
Yeah,
sliced.
definitely.
They are sliced, but they are max to the limit.
The
Whereas
guy that won,
last
how
week
does he
they
even
weren't.
make the cat, bro?
Just
It's
as you
so-
know, every show is different.
Hmm.
This show standards with off limits, bro. This pro show standards was off
That
the
was
limits.
tough. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been to a few. I've obviously done a lot of pro shows as well. So for me, it was like I saw that level, the level of the standard on Saturday, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking ridiculous, man. Like in terms of Alessandro, the guy that won it, like he was on, like, and
Bro, I've seen him in person. It was,
Yeah,
I
but
couldn't believe it.
Isaac, you know when I'm stood next to him watching him pump up and that,
Oh, shit.
it's unbelievable. Like
Yeah,
it's
no.
like what the fuck, you know?
Yeah,
It's that's why I was like, yo, should I really
Yeah.
be stood here? Like
You know what's funny? Yeah,
you know what I mean?
there was one time I competed with him. I think it was like Italy show or like Alicante show, and I beat him twice, right, on stage. And sometimes you're shocked because I see him backstage pumping up with me, and then he's pumping up. I'm like, fuck, man, what the size is this guy? Like, I'm only like 5'9", so I'm not even tall as well. Like, and then he's like a fucking giant standing, and he was
Yeah.
standing next to me. And the thing is with him, like when he is on, it is lights out.
No,
Like,
he was on that day, bro.
He was
I was sitting there with my Pringles, and I
yeah,
was like, my mouth stopped, bro. I was like, what the actual fuck?
he's so fucking dense, and that's the level of the pro show.
And in my head, am I gonna have to compete with that?
He's like, yeah,
That's
fuck
the thing
that.
I felt.
Let me get back to
I'm
class F,
5'4",
mate.
like.
I'd rather get back to class F.
All right, perfect. So what I want to ask right now is, Khalid, I want to ask, like, obviously you said you've never won a show before. You know,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you just had all this craziness happen in the space of like, well, a day. Do you know what I mean? 2 weeks, yeah, I should say.
Yeah.
How do you feel like what was your mentality going into the show? Like what were you expecting out of the show?
So I've been competing, let's say, since 2021.
Yeah.
I've done Arnold here and there, a couple preps. It didn't go very well, but I've always thought that I was at the top. I was like, I'm that guy who's gonna go in and you know,
Yeah.
threatening everybody. I didn't know anything about being actual bodybuilder, like mentality, how mentality works. But every time I would go for a show, I'd get fourth place, bro, fifth, and then get my ass slapped every time. And then I started like meeting people, bro, and then they said you need to set your goals correct. Like if you get in fourth place, you need to go to third, and then you need to aim to second, and then first, and then maybe overalls, and then hopefully at the end of the day, you're gonna get your pro card. So I started walking towards, you know, setting the goal and the mentality of moving up one step, like each step, take it as it comes. So I started getting like last year, I did 2 shows. So I came second in both, but I never done a qualifier for the past 3 years because I was like, no, there is no point. I'm not gonna do a qualifier until I'm winning an overall.
Yeah.
So like I took last year, I took 2022 off, worked 2023, came second and second. I was like, you know what, let me just level up a little bit. So I joined with Martin, which I had the pleasure to work with, man. He's such an elite coach, bro. He's changed everything. My mentality, my physique, my approach to everything in life, and yeah, we worked together, bro. And then I wasn't in a position where I could think I wanted to prep yet, but somehow we started prepping. It was like, okay, 25 weeks from now, we're gonna do the show. And then we started going through it. But it was very smooth. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel like I was in prep. And then until it was like got very serious, it was like 8 weeks, 7 weeks, and stuff like that. And then you start feeling the prep.
Yeah.
And then, bro, I came in to the show. The first one, the regional second, 2 weeks ago, and my goal was always to be like to move up to classic.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
some point. Yeah.
All right.
It was like this. Now
Yeah.
I'm stuck in mental.
Oh, you can still compete as a classic physique guy. You have
I
it.
can do that. You know what? Let's maximize this, bro.
I
You're
hear
not
you.
Steve on stage. I don't think so.
People say that to me. Oh, you should do classic.
After
You should do
seeing that,
classic.
after after seeing what happened on the weekend now, and I need to maximize the physique first, and then
For
go
sure,
to class.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, man. I won my class in classic physique. That was the first class win ever.
Oh.
So I set the day. I was like, bro, it was very, very special to win my first class ever, and then classic physique. I was like, yeah, and then it has set the day for men's physique afterwards. But I was very tired from classic physique. But then after I finished classic physique, I went outside with the boys. Like, oh, let's hit double, front double, let's hit back double. I was still going, and I forgot that I had to do men's physique afterwards. So I jumped in men's physique, and then, bro, it's just out of nowhere. I'm center stage, and I won. And there again, the emotions hit, and I started crying like a baby, bro. And then came up in the overall. I was moved in the middle. I was battling it out with Alex Bovo. And yeah, they called his name. So I came off stage and I said, I'm not doing the Europa.
Okay.
And I called it off, and I started going on my bag, reaching for brownies and lots of food, and I have the most mysterious bag ever in any show, bro. If you see me in any show, just come.
His bag is like a suitcase. I think he had the biggest bag backstage.
All the food in there.
But yeah, bro, there was like a couple of people. They said you have to do it. It doesn't matter if you win that overall or not. Just 2 weeks, you're there. You're literally there. And then a couple of people like Chase was like, bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna get your pro card. And I keep telling him, no, it's not gonna happen. He's like, okay, I'll remember this conversation. And then, bro, 2 weeks after, it happened. I went there with no expectations whatsoever. I was the most chilled guy backstage to the point I just won the class.
All right, I want to make a statement as well, right? When James got his pro card, how chill were you on stage or before backstage?
Bro, I obviously went to Denmark. Nobody knew. So, like, no one was wishing me good luck. Like, you know, when I went to Italy and I've been in the UK, everyone's like, sharing my picture. Yeah, good luck. Da, da, da. I had none of that. So, I'm just there by myself doing my thing. I was watching the show by myself in the, like bodybuilding earlier. I'm just chilling. I'm literally chilling. There's no messages firing through. Good luck. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Just chilling, literally, like, not a care in the world. And then I actually had nobody in my height class as well. So, like, I was like, oh, I win this as well. So I went out there, I was chilling as well. So then I only had to battle for the overall. But yeah, the whole day and the whole weekend and leading up to it, just like, yeah, chill out, man.
Josh, when you got your pro card, were you like leading up to it? Was it a chill day? Was it like an anxiety day?
He couldn't sleep the night before, bro. He was messaging me at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I kind of felt like it was a chill day, yeah. But, because I had the momentum from the other shows and stuff, I kind of felt the pressure a little bit as well. I wasn't really thinking about the pro card at all. I just thought to myself, even if I win my class, I can class myself as a European champion. And to me, mate, that sounds sick, I've always been the Welsh champ. And let's be honest, Wales is not a massive place, but I've milked that. I've been like, yeah, I'm the Welsh champ, So I thought, well, the next step, if I was a European champ, I thought that'd be an amazing achievement, And I said to Khaled the night before, I'd be happy with that. But step one is let's win the class, and from there, if I do that, then I'll think about step 2. But I wasn't thinking too far ahead about the pro card, this, that, and the other, because I didn't really think it was going to happen in the UK. Like people dot around, like that's why I was going to go to Italy. I thought there's 3 pro cards. That's probably my best chance if I'm going to win one. So I just never.
If you look at it, like there is not many people from the UK who get their pro card in the UK. They always get it abroad, and then you get some people from abroad getting it here in the UK. So like we went in.
I think it's because me and Khaled, we didn't really expect it. Yeah, we wanted it, but we didn't expect it. It was just the way we spent the whole day together, right? We hoped for the best,
Yeah.
We spoke about it the night before.
We were joking
spoke about it on
backstage
the
about
day,
it. Like
you know,
I was
and
telling
then
Josh, yeah.
the way we experienced it together, like, to be honest, yeah, it was amazing with the pro card.
Bro,
But
I could
doing
never
it with
change it
someone,
for life.
yeah, doing it with someone, and you both achieve it together, mate. It gives me shivers now. I'm literally getting goosebumps. It was
Bro,
just such an
same.
amazing.
I'm gonna get emotional as well. Bro, you don't get it. It's just crazy because we spent the day. Me and Josh got so close, bro. On this day, like, you know what? We started talking the show before. It was like, oh, you're mate, you look good, this, that, you know. And then we started supporting each other. The night before, we started talking. And on the show day, bro, we came in. First person I saw it was Josh. I said, you know what? Let's just go backstage now because there will be no space. And then we chilled together, bro. We were joking. I was taking pictures of him, like sitting there thinking of like how many pro cards he's gonna win today. And but it was joking. When I was taking videos, I still have the videos where I said, if there's only 2 people walking away with pro cards, it's gonna be us today.
And for it actually to happen though.
And bro, when we go on stage together, I've never experienced that. I've always seen people hate. Always people hate. I mean, especially the ones from your class. Bro, as soon as I heard Josh's name moved in the middle, the number moved in the middle, I was buzzing. I looked there, and then, bro, they moved me straight in.
We both
bro. And then once we turned in the back, I was talking to Josh. I was like, hold it, we got this. Hold it, we got it, bro. Through the whole thing.
You know, the beauty of it right now is like we are all going to get the opportunity to stand next to each other on stage one day. All right.
Yeah.
Because we're pretty much like cool with each other. Like it's the same way, like, you know, when I'm on stage with like Yemi and like, you know, Emil and them nuts. Like I'm cool with those guys. Like when I'm competing with them, it's like, all right, bro, like it's fucking, I'll get you this time, or you get me. You know, that type of like, you know, that kind of like friendly fucking competition. Like it's just not bad blood there at all. And I feel like it makes the whole experience just a lot more enjoyable because then when the show is done, you guys going over, just eating loads of food in a restaurant the next day, just having a chat about nonsense.
They say iron sharpens iron. So like even when Michael Kent got first call out, and obviously I'm standing on the side not happy. I'm like, come on, Kenny, let's go. Like we want to see you guys do everyone do well. Like you doing well isn't a indication of like me not doing well. We could all win, not the same show, but we can all win over time, sort of thing.
Kelly, you'll probably agree with me, right? Yeah, it was amazing winning the card. But say if you won it with someone else that was in the lineup,
it wouldn't be the same.
No, it's the way we both won it after the day we had. I think it just made it.
The way we both didn't want it, we didn't expect it. We went there for a class win. We were talking about the treats more than the pro card.
No, that's just you, Khaled. But Isaac, what was your experience like winning your pro card?
So mine was kind of similar. So like in terms of like Josh, like I just won everything.
Yeah, and I was gassed. I was watching Isaac, man, and I got the video. I was like, fucking come on, Isaac.
Like I've always been that guy though. I've always been like the top like amateur for a long time in like when I was competing. And then I took a long period off because like COVID and shit, like so I didn't really compete over that time, and I had like loads of problems, like family issues that I had to sort out. So when I came back to compete, it was kind of like I just wanted people to look like, yo, I'm still here, fam. You know, I'm just been, you know, I haven't stopped competing. And then it was just like did the 2 bros overall, PCA overall. Oop, can't say PCA.
Winning everything.
And then I did the Arnold Classic. And backstage, similar to you, I was chilling. But I think for me, at that point, it was like I knew I had it, to be honest.
You knew, yeah. And I think a lot of people knew before the Arnold that you were the top runner for, I think a lot of people knew. And it's probably similar to me now this year.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of probably knew more than I knew myself that Josh is probably running for a pro card this year, you know? Another thing I want to touch on while we're here is Isaac, when you know in the British finals years ago, was it second you come off third with that Lush trophy there?
Third, I came third.
And same with you, Khaled, the second place, me the second place. And I think all it does, like, it just spurs you on. Do you know what I mean? When you're so close, it fuels you for years, you know? And that's why we're all still doing it. We're still hungry. Like,
Yeah.
I know Ross won everything. You know, I love Ross to bits, but he won everything. He doesn't do it no more. He's not interested. But with us, I think because we didn't win it all straight away,
Yeah.
it kind of
kept us going.
it kept us going
kept
for
us
all
going.
these years to eventually get it. You know.
Mate, Josh.
But then it builds the mentality of like, it's not coming anytime soon, and I would accept it that it's not coming anytime soon, so I can actually keep fighting for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So when it happens,
Yeah.
like, oh no, I didn't.
Well, it means so much more because you put a lot more into it. I feel you put years and years and years. You know, I'm glad I didn't win everything straight away. You know, because it built my character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it taught me discipline. It taught me, you know, to be honest,
being
boys,
humble.
Yeah, and to be honest, this prep it was tough towards the end, but it was the easiest prep I've done. You know, my cardio was dropped like 6, maybe 7 weeks ago because my weight was just dropping off. So he's like, yeah, you don't need cardio, just do steps. And so that was easy. Like I said on my story, I was like, yeah, mentally, it's tough to fucking drag yourself onto the treadmill. That, but physically, it's not tough to walk on a fucking treadmill. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, James,
it was easy, you know. I was still able to function. Like I remember preps years ago where I'd book a week off work for peak week because I'd be so drained. Yeah, I'd be so fucked. I couldn't even like have the energy to go downstairs and make a meal. I'd be chilling in my bed all day on my phone on peak week. You know what I mean? That's not normal. Preps shouldn't be like that. You should still be able to live your life and function normally. Yeah, it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. But I think this is the thing of having a good coach as well. He knew when to feed me. He knew when I needed to dig, but he also knew when I needed some food. But
on that note, I wanted to ask you, James, like yesterday, like we were talking about you, whether you're going to carry on being in prep and chasing that top 3, or you want to, is it time? Because your body was saying it's enough.
I spoke about it before you guys hopped on. I said I spoke to a few people. You're one of them. I spoke to Isaac, and yeah, we're just, it's not the right time mentally to carry on. So I'm just gonna hit it on the head. I'm gonna grow. We got the feedback we needed. You know, I said we belong. We got a good place in, and with the added tissue, the size, and the condition, and some more motions posing, we'll be where we need to be. But what Josh said about, you know, that second place driving you. So in 2021, I won my first sword. 2022, I'm like, cool, it's time to get my card. So I went to Romania. I think I did Spain and I did the UK. Mate, I come second. So I come home with these big, you know, the big medals you get. And then I put it on top of the telly next to my swords. But my first place medals are not there. The second place are there. Why? Because it fucking drives you to fucking finish the job. And then it's 2023. You know, I've got the card now. So it's just that you know, that second place,
it keeps you going.
That fire in the belly, And I think if you just get it all instantly, like you said about, I think you said someone Ross, I'm not sure who that is, but someone that just gets it, just, you know, once it's so easy, you don't have to work for it, so you don't value it as much, maybe.
Yeah.
So obviously now, you know, I think pretty much all of us are going to the off season right now. I mean, everyone's going to be mashing up food.
Ready for it, man.
Where are you, man? You look like you're somewhere. Like it doesn't look the same place that I'm in. Like, where are you?
I know.
I'm just at work. I was at my workplace.
You got like sangria or something.
Listen. Imagine, James. Imagine what I'm having after this Zoom call, mate.
All right, team, be on board shorts, feast.
Yeah, we should, bro. You should. You guys should come here all together.
Off season, bro? What's your plan for the off season? Are you gonna come back next year, or are you gonna take a year?
I think I'm gonna take 2 years off now. Honestly, I think I need
2 years. Sorry.
2 years. I think 2 years is enough, bro. I've got big frame. It's a big frame. Needs a lot of work. Needs a lot of tissue. Just me sitting there and watching you guys competing with these the pros. I was baffled.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. Like we've turned pro, but it doesn't mean we're going to be competitive with the pros. And what's the rush, man? Enjoy the moment. You've just turned pro. Why are we going to rush? Like, oh yeah, I'll come back next year. Realistically, there's only so much progress you're going to make in a year. You know, I don't want to blast shit, you know, I want to take my time with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm 28 years old. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be in a mad hurry to try and become something. I feel like I've got time on my side.
Yeah.
I've got a life, you know, at the end of the day.
Kids, you got a family.
I've got kids, I'm married, I want another kid. Do you know what I mean? So it's not something that I'm in a mad rush to do. I will come back. Like
when the time is right, yeah.
When the time is right. I feel like I'm still young. Like the top guys, how old's Ryan Terry? He's got to be like 35, maybe.
Yeah, 35, 36, I'd say.
Yeah, but I'm 28, like, you know? Why am I
in his 40s? All those lads are in their 40s, bro.
Yeah, see, so I'm just going to enjoy the moment. I haven't got to prove nothing to no one. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy to take my time, grow, and come back when it feels good for me. Do you know what I mean?
Makes sense, and that was one of the big reasons why I took a year off as well, man. It was like, all right, cool. I could keep coming fourth, fifth, come fourth, fifth, the big competitions and the good placings, but what's that going to achieve? It's not what I want from it at the end of the day.
No.
So take a year off, take your time with it. When you have the time, you know, when you it's really there's never a pressure. You put the pressure on yourself. You know, really, like the pressure's all in your mind, like sometimes, you know, and obviously people want the best for you, but if you let that get into you, that's how you build up the pressure. And it's easier said than done, don't get me wrong. But like, I think when you know what you want for yourself, then it's like, okay, cool. This is what I want. I need to take those 2 years off because this is the outcome I want from it. Because
For sure.
It will benefit me.
And you'll be thankful for it. There's no rush, you know what I mean? And I feel like the longer you take off, okay, don't really take 5 years off, but take your time, take a couple years,
don't drag it.
you know, and you're bound to have made good progress if you hit the nail on the head for 2 years if you're consistent.
And your body will be fresh for a good prep.
Yeah.
Because, bro, if you keep hammering it down every time, it's just you can only push it for so much.
And this is another point as well. I feel people, I know we're all hungry to turn pro, like, but to be honest, if I wouldn't have turned pro now or in Milan, that's it. The season's done. Yeah, I'll come back in a year or two. People I'm seeing, I understand they're determined to turn pro, right? As we all are, but you gotta know when to stop as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like how much you're gonna put your body through and how much money you're gonna spend going here, there, everywhere, you know, and I don't feel like people's bodies are getting better with time sometimes. I feel like the body's screaming for give me a break, you know what I mean? Like come in, peak, and hopefully get back out. Do you know what I mean? Because I just don't think your body can keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I may be wrong. Do you know what I mean? I'm not no expert. Do you know what I mean?
The way that I would see it, like, look at you guys, look at both of you guys, and myself, for example. When I got my pro card, there was evidence that I could win shows consistently.
Because you were cleaning every show that you're going for.
Cleaning every show.
By the sound of it, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and even if you weren't clean, you would still place it really, really high in the overalls. You know, you're still doing this. If you have a good string of shows where you're showing, okay, cool, I can win overalls consistently, I can win competitions consistently, then you can be like, okay, cool, I'm going to go for that pro card. And then you get that pro qualifiers and you're really, really close. Yeah, okay. It makes sense to maybe knock a little bit, knock again. But
yeah,
then,
for sure.
If you've done like 4 shows at this point and you keep knocking, sometimes you need to take that time off and be like, you know what, man?
I agree, but I also disagree because sometimes you have to just keep knocking. Sometimes it's, you know, just not the right place at the right time. But it's, you know, you do 1 show, you do 2 show, you do 3 show. It's once your look starts to deteriorate and you can see like I'm getting worse this season, that's when it's like, okay, there's no point going on. But if you're still fresh and you're still managing things well, then you know what, why not? Obviously, it is financially expensive, but if you got it's like, you know, it's our obviously it's our dream, but all of us. But some of it's our business, so it's marketing, it's networking, and it helps grow your coaching business and stuff. But once your look starts to deteriorate, you're just going to carry on getting worse.
Yeah. All right. So, quick question to you guys. Obviously, there's still a lot of pros coming up. Well, soon to be pros. Who do you guys think is going to be the next pro in the UK?
Oh, start with these two.
IABB pro. Let's start with Josh first. Who do you think is gonna?
Because you got the first place.
The overall winner.
You're the overall winner.
Putting him on the spot.
I'll go. I'll go.
All right, you
Well,
go.
to be honest, mate. To be honest, I'll just say it. Sheridan. Yeah, he's a great athlete, bro. He's a sound kid. And to be fair, he is relentless. He just keeps going and keeps
He's
going,
fucking
keeps
relentless.
going. But I'm not sure whether. I'm not sure. I hope he does. Do you know what I mean? Because to be fair, every show he's done this year, I've been there, and he's getting second place, which is annoying. So now I'm out the way. Hopefully, he can achieve his dream, and I'd be buzzing for him. Do you know what I mean? So I'd say Sheridan. I think he's the next guy to turn pro. But he's done so many pro qualifiers and never seems to seal the deal at the end. So
Yeah.
I hope he does, but I don't know whether it will. But I hope he does.
I think Sheridan's a great shout in, but the fact that he's always in the mix, it's just a matter of time. You've got the right day, the right time, and now you're out of the way. That definitely helps. But I would say Kelvin.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same.
And I would say I would have said Alex Bobo as well, but I think he's called it a day now. Which
Who's that? Sorry,
Alex Bobo, the guy that won the race trick overall.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, like that's what I mean. I was worried about doing the European show because I thought there's no way I'm going to beat someone like he was so big and so bubbly and stuff. But luckily, someone else beat him in the class, so I didn't have to go against him. Do you know what I mean? So
You still would have had him.
To be completely honest with you, again, to be completely
Boys,
honest with you, I wanted to compete against him again. I wanted him in the overall.
I was fucking peeled on that day.
That's
I
what I'm
couldn't
saying.
believe it. Every time I was going to the toilet, and I was like, oh, I'll just have another quick look or whatever. And every time I was going, every hour, my body was changing. It was just like literally vacuum packed. I did have a photo with Alex, right? And I always go on the one side. Yeah, this is my side. I want to show this side. But he was on my side, and I'm the one that said, "Oh, can you take
you
a
keep
photo of us?"
doing that to me all day.
So they posted the photo of us stood together, and obviously he looks way better than me. But I'm like, "You motherfucker, you're still on my side." Do you know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
anyway.
All right, cool. So you have Sheridan or Alex.
Yeah.
James.
But I don't think Alex is competing now. So,
Tyler, do you know anyone that you've been having a look at?
To be completely honest with you, brother, I'm not very familiar with men's physique athletes at all in the UK. I'm a guy in my own lane.
Yeah.
I don't really look. I didn't really talk about nobody. I don't have no yes man around me. I don't have these the hype. I just like put my head down, bro, and I work, and that's it. Like I'm very glad to be able to have built a good friendship with such James and Josh and these that's the true win for me.
Yeah.
But looking at the guys from that show, I'd say a pro for me is a guy who carries themselves as a pro as well, in the way they talk, in the way they behave with people, in the way they carry themselves up in overall, brother. And I think one guy who stood out to me that day was Matt LeMay.
That was my next one.
Yeah.
He came and joined us, me and Josh, and I never like had a chat with him before, but he sounds like a sound guy. And he's a top physique.
Matt is so sound, bro.
Yeah.
I take it back, mate. I would love for Matt to be the next pro, man.
Absolutely love.
I told him earlier.
Guys.
We were speaking earlier, and I said, bro, like, you're good enough. Don't start doubting yourself now after one show at it. You're good enough. It's just a case of, like James said, right place, right time, bro. He's won so many shows, been in so many overalls.
Yeah.
He's more than good enough. And mate, I would be buzzing for him because Isaac, bro, he's a workhorse, mate. I've watched his story for months and months, and I'm thinking,
that was like a day off.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think I spoke to him after the show, and like we all seen his, checking pictures like a bodybuilder with his striated glutes and he's like peeled to the bone. I think for him, it's just nailing that peak and trying to bring something a little bit different and trying to bring a fuller, rounder, bubblier look. I think, you
Just
know,
needs to come in full as a house. I think.
that's all I think it is. I think it's just
He
slightly
needs the
tweaking it,
steak,
but
chips, and
he's
the
there.
cookie the night before.
There we go. Burger, cookies, a half a diazide, and jump out. Bit of vodka. He's in, man.
But he did tell me he didn't pump up his chest properly for that competition. So he seemed quite flat in the chest. And that was one of the feedback apparently he got from Thailand.
Yeah, but is that not pumping it up properly, or is that lack of food? Because
I think
even a small pump, if you've had a good feed, you've only got to do this 10 times.
That's
and your
it.
fucking chest is bulging, you know? So I think it's down to the food.
Hey, look at
Hey!
What we got here?
How you doing, Ian?
How you doing?
Who's this?
It's Isaac.
Who's this? I don't recognise any of these guys.
Oh,
Any of
yeah.
these guys, what are they, IFBB pros or
Yeah,
are they in the
just
cricket
the
team?
Just a couple.
All wearing white.
That's how you
Did you not get the memo, Ian?
What's that?
Did you not get the memo? You have to wear white, mate.
Yeah. I thought you were bodybuilders, not cricket team.
What are you doing? What's going on? Why is Ian here?
Now that smile's back. Where was that on Saturday?
Oh, mate, I was getting in my head, but it's back now. We're back. We're fed. We're good. We're lively.
Yeah, well now you've eaten something and you've had something to drink. Now look how happy he is.
I don't think my smile's left since Saturday.
Josh will be smiling for the next 5 years.
I will. Unbelievable.
Ian, loved it. The live stream was top quality as well. I watched it from the live stream and it was really, really good.
Why?
Oh, mate, I had clients competing, so I couldn't beat them, unfortunately.
So you had clients competing, what, at the show?
No, no, I actually didn't have clients compete. I broke my leg.
You know what? That sounds much better, Isaac. Yeah, let's stick with that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened.
Broke the leg. Yeah,
Yeah.
Somehow I think that'll be the biggest, quickest recovery from a broken leg I've ever known.
Yeah, just a bit of peptides sound.
So Josh, what are you doing next then?
Oh, mate, I need to put on some size. I was the smallest guy there, so I need to.
It's not about your height.
Yeah, I know, but I still need some more muscle.
Oh, Isaac's not 6 foot, are you, Isaac?
Nah. Yeah, but Isaac's probably has still got like 10 kilos on me, like.
But listen, as you
I
know,
was like, yeah, I do.
listen, I'm going to breeze over that. But what I'm saying is, you're the best amateur and the worst pro at this moment.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
That's literally how it goes.
Yeah, I know.
Was there as well.
But the experience, the fact that you stepped on stage with them guys and you all stood there and you've got some photos and you've got the ability to be judged by Tyler Mannion. I mean, that is like a fast forward to taking a year off, going into a show and possibly being in the same place. Whereas this, you go straight fast forward and now you might take 6 months off. You might take 9 months off and you know you've got a goal. You know where you're heading.
Well, that's what I said to the boys. I said, I don't regret doing it because at least I know, because I don't think I look massively out of place next to him. And you can see, yeah, I need to improve, but I didn't look massively out of place.
But again, this is what it is that it's not about size. It's about condition. It's about symmetry, all of them things. And like, there's a wide range of pros and there's a reason for that. It doesn't just go into like get big, get massive and all that kind of thing.
No.
It's just a case of now fine tuning everything you want to be as well as the pressures of.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you must have felt like there's a big weight off your shoulders.
Oh, mate, massive, yeah.
And now you've got the freedom to literally pick whatever month you want to do, whatever time you want to hit the stage. It's all there. Just literally pick it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You've had that, Isaac, haven't you? You've had exactly that. You know, you know what it's like. It just feels like it's a massive weight relieved, and you can now just like, now,
Literally.
what shall we do?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, as you know, I didn't expect it at all. Do you know what I mean? Even when I won my class, I didn't think I was gonna, you know, I thought if I was gonna get a card, right, I would have I would have got the second place in the overall, right? So when they called Khaled, even though I was moved to centre stage, they called him, and I was like, oh,
I was
shit.
relieved.
I was like, no, I was like, shit, maybe I'm not actually going to win the card today then. This is how delusional I probably am, even though I stood in the middle the whole time. And then when they called me, I still can't believe it.
Well, I was wondering whether you actually were Josh Wall or not. Because I was thinking, is this registered or not? Because it doesn't seem to have registered.
Yeah, I know. I just little old me, like, you know, from Wales, some kid from Wales, mate, you know, short guy. Just never thought. I kind of won the whole show. Do you know what I mean? And I just.
You do.
I mean,
Do you know what it is though? Is I see obviously a lot of people win pro cards, yeah.
Mm.
But everybody came up to me, and I saw it as well. Everyone goes, "That's so nice." You know why? Because the look on people's face when they don't expect it is always the best. Always the best.
You could tell that. You could tell by me.
Everyone was like, "Oh, that's so nice. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant." Because everybody loves that person who's actually should be more confident and doesn't expect it.
Yeah.
So the only thing you're going to grow now is maybe a little bit of muscle and confidence.
Yeah.
Not too much confidence though.
No. I'm quite a
look at Isaac.
down to earth sort of guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even stood in the overall, I wasn't 100% sure. You know, I was like, oh, it's either going to be it's happening or it's not. You know, just because I was in centre stage, I don't think it registered in my brain that it's like, all right, I'm top runner. Do you know what I mean? I still thought, oh, they may be looking at someone over there. So,
well, in fairness, they do sometimes move out the people. If it's a straight first and second, they move them out the way because they want to try and make sure they get third, fourth, fifth right. So you might be in, because everybody's like, oh, what happened? He was in the middle or whatever. And they go, no, they moved them out the way in order to be able to see who was going to be, to compare fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh, you know?
Yeah.
So it can be a surprise sometimes for some people when they've been moved out of the way. So just because you're centre stage doesn't always necessarily mean that you've either lost out or that you didn't get it. It's all about comparisons.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, mate. And mate, I appreciate it so much. It was, it just couldn't have gone. The day couldn't have gone any better. You know, it was a dream come true, man. Like,
well, it's not a dream come true; it's a goal come true.
Yeah. Well, it was unbelievable.
As Isaac and James can tell you, it's just the first step.
Yeah.
And you get so focused on got to get it, and then when you get it, you realise, oh, hold on,
I'm just starting again. Like,
I'm just started
again.
back to the beginning again.
And that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, I'm looking forward to being in a position now where I'm like, all right, I am a small fish in a big pond. I'm looking forward to just progressing my physique. You know, like, all right, it was good enough to win a pro card, but I want it to look like a pro physique, whether that takes 12 months or 2 years. I'm looking forward to seeing myself in that time frame after putting the work in and being like, oh, fair play, I've built a pro physique. You know what I mean?
Well, you know the thing that gives a lot more credibility to the fact is that you had the vice chairman of the NPC, along with other credible judges making that decision. So that in itself is a confidence booster.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I said to my wife. I said I need to stop the negative, because I'm a sucker for that. The negative self-talk. Oh, I look shit, or oh, this is not good enough. That's not good enough.
But if you weren't critical, you wouldn't improve.
No, and I think that's what's got me to this point. But from this point,
about having a balance. It's about having a balance between constructive criticism and your own self being self-critical, to actually using it as motivation, and then obviously making those improvements.
Yeah.
What would you give as an advice to other up-and-coming pros, like in terms of, you know, what they should be more focused on, just like the mentality? Because I think a lot of people, we were speaking about this earlier, people just do show to show.
It's really sort of cliche, but it's the most simplest things that are the hardest things to get your head around. And the simplest thing, and you can't do anything about it, is just be better than your previous self, because you never know who you're going to step on stage next to. Yeah. So the only thing you can do is improve yourself and step on stage. If at any point you go to step on stage and you aren't better than the last time you competed,
that's a win. Yeah.
that's a loss.
Yeah.
So as long and that's all you can do. You cannot go out there and think, oh, I came fifth, I need to come fourth, I need to come third, I need to come second. You can only just keep getting better yourself. That's it.
Perfect.
It's annoying because the main thing of this sport is comparison, but it's not comparison against other people. It's comparison against yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's all you can do. So one day you might step on. You can step on, and you guys know this. You step on stage 1 week and you come third. You step on stage the following week, come eighth.
Happened in 6 days, mate.
But you know that. But that's what I'm saying. You just got to take every step at a time and just improve yourself. It's like a bad sort of situation where the name of the industry is comparison, but when you're on stage, but the comparison in order to be able to compete, to be compared, is against yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Well, this has been nice to have Ian randomly pop in, isn't it?
Ian, you have made you're the bookmark now. You're the cover of the whole
Gonna be
podcast.
the thumbnail now.
I don't even do podcasts. He told me it was just a video chat. He said I got a couple of the other guys on chat now because obviously now he's a pro. He gets to be able to sit in on these things, you know. But listen, you're all in good company. That's all I can say. And obviously building each other up and giving each other advice and just keeping each other in the right place. When you're not in prep, listen to people who aren't in prep. So when you are in prep, listen to people who aren't in prep because their mind's a bit clearer. And they can just drag you back a little bit from when you start to go off down the wrong track. And that's sometimes what you need, just to be able to drag you back, put you back to square one, and then continue on.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to see outside your mindset when you start to go off down a path.
Yeah. That's why we do this. That's why we decided to do this podcast, to help people in their prep and also in men's physique in general. Like, this podcast is mainly about men's physique, to be honest. So
Ian, so we need you to share this on your page, mate. One Bro Pro. Get this on your stories, on your page. Put it out there. Put it out there.
Oh, you're trying to smile me into that.
There we go.
I've seen more of your teeth in 5 minutes than I saw in 2 hours on Saturday.
No, you should see how much cookies I've had. That's why.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a pleasure, lads.
Well, Khaled's left me holding the baby, so I don't know what to do now.
We're going to wrap up now.
Yeah, we have to wrap up now. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Khaled's gone. So
Let's go. Don't worry about Khaled. I forgot he was even on.
Khaled's doing steps around the building.
yeah. We have
back to work.
Josh on.
Okay. You know, best of luck to everything you do, and if it's anything you need, you know I'm always there, happy to help, happy to give advice. That's the best stuff.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Josh, I've seen them two on stage. I look forward to seeing you on stage again.
I'll be there, mate. Don't worry.
Excellent. What? Not actually, 19th of October.
Oh.
Where's that? What's that?
Do you not follow the page? What did you say, James?
British Rotherham.
That's it. That's why James is my favourite.
I'm done for this year. I am done.
Just thought I'd mention it. 19th of October.
Yeah, it's going to plant a seed in his brain now.
Yeah, Isaac's going to buy a ticket and come and watch it this time.
Yeah,
5 weeks to prep. You could get your shape.
I'll get a ticket. But
right, Khaled's back now, yeah?
Thanks, Ian. See you later, mate.
Yeah, nice one.
Good, Ian. Well,
lads, I need to shoot off. I got a little one to sort out quickly.
Yeah, we'll have to end it here because this is going to be a long ass podcast. But yeah,
it's a good one. A lot of insight everywhere. A lot of exactly.
Mystery special guest.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this on YouTube probably tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna do little shorts and clips of you guys speaking as well, letting people see you and hear about your journey as well. So it's gonna be nice. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming on. Honestly,
really appreciate you having me.
Thank you for having us, mate.
So yeah, man.
Looking forward to having you, or you can just all come here down for nice.
I'm gonna message you in a minute.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a date in.
Yeah, let's all get a date in.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's do it. 100%.
Okay. Cool.
Right. Boys, thank you.
All right, lads. Later, I'm off. I've got to go.
See you later. See you.